Welcome, Amari. We are super excited to have you on the Under the Hat podcast for the Player of the Year Spotlight series. And I'm just super excited to welcome you today. So, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
We're living the dream. It's a Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning here. We got to sleep in a little bit. So, it's a good day already. Thanks for asking.
Hmm.
Yay.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before recording. Amari said she slept like a baby. She was really happy. No trick or treating last night, but watching some scary movies with a friend. So,
Oh, we had trick or treaters. We argued about how we were going to greet trick or treaters when they came to our house, but spoiler alert, I won. So we got to keep
Yeah.
the door open and the dogs got to experience it. We did have a dog jump over the fence several times, but it was exciting. Yeah. Well, let's dive in here. First off, just if you had to describe yourself on the court in 3 words, what would they be?
I'd say I'm very energetic, I'm very competitive, and I feel like I'm very reliable to my teammates.
We love your energy. We got the chance to watch you obviously a lot this past club season, but then again at Durango. And you are really energetic. You have a great fire and just a presence on the court. You're a total beast out there. So you're really fun to watch. And it's always a good time to get a chance to catch you in action. So yeah.
Mm. Hey.
what would you attribute those, personality traits to? Is it just kind of something that you kind of just remember always having? Did you get it from watching someone else play, a sibling, a parent, something like that? Where did that fire?
I feel like I've been very energetic and like confident since I was like a little kid, and that's kind of always been a personality trait, but I feel like I shine more in club, like it comes out more, like being more fiery and competitive and energetic. It's more brought out in me, even though I'm pretty energetic on a daily basis.
Are you enjoying your high school season this year? You go to Xavier Prep. Talk a little bit about what your experience has been like in the high school season.
Our experience, I feel like we're built on tradition. Xavier is built on so many traditions, and it's just fun executing them. And like when we have freshmen and just making sure everyone experiences what I've been experiencing, it's fun, and everyone kind of like it's very nice to you. Like it's very inclusive, and everyone tries to bring everyone in and build everybody up. So it's just like a great experience, and you feel like you're all sisters because it's an all girls school. And I feel like people think like we're very catty, but we're not. And it's like everyone's just like a sisterhood. It's like friendship, and it's really nice.
You do
Did
have
you? Oh, go
you
ahead.
do have those famous uniforms. You have
Yes,
very
the baggy blues. I love them. They're like the most comfortable thing ever. Like it's so comfortable. I can't describe it.
Hmm. Have you tried talking Terry into doing that at Storm?
Definitely not, because I really do like wearing spandex sometimes. I think it lets my legs look really muscular, but I think
Uh,
that's just gonna stay a Xavier tradition, sadly.
you were on varsity last year as a freshman, and you talked about the traditions of the program. Is this something you knew going in last year, or was this kind of something you had to learn as you went through the season?
I think it's something I had to learn throughout the season because we're kind of built on love and trust. And like you can tell, I would watch all their games when I was in eighth grade, and I could tell that they were all really close and bonded. And that's what I wanted to be a part of, especially the academics. And then going into it, I learned a lot more about like what we're built on and how we run. And I think that's really it.
What was your favorite tournament you all played in this year? And is that a lot of where the bonding happens, or do you guys get a chance to do retreats and stuff before? Talk a little bit about those traditions and really how that bond is formed.
I'd say we started at the Westwood tournament in Arizona, and we would go in each other's cars, like, only 2, and then we'd go to, like, a place called H Mart and, like, bond and eat. I feel like we really bond over food, low key. We eat a lot, and we're all foodies, and we really bond over food and just, like, adventure into a new place, and then into the Durango tournament, we bond in our hotel rooms, like, playing a game we call the Jane game, where you play it in the dark and you try to find each other, and that's just been a long-lasting thing, like, for like 5 years now. So that's a kind of a tradition everyone else built, and like it brings you closer because of through laughing and playing, and yeah, I think that's kind of it. How we grow.
You mentioned team really likes to bond around food. Do you get the same thing every time you go? Do you have like this meal that's just like this is what I got to eat on game days or but the day before, or do you kind of mix it up?
I feel like we kinda all eat the same thing. We get tea a lot, and we like to eat, like, fruit snacks a lot before the game and eat, like, protein, like, we really like sauce. Sauce is, like, our favorite restaurant, and we always get mac and cheese and cookies. Like, we're kind of a sweet we like sweets a lot too, but we always get sauce. Like, sauce is our team thing, and I think that's how we bond a lot.
How would you describe the team's personality? Are you intense, loose, or just really locked in?
I describe us as very loose. When we're playing, we love to have fun. Not like fun, like we're disrespectful to other team, but like we love to have fun and we love to have fun off the court. And so I'd say we're really loose and like flowy, but we're locked in at the same time knowing what we need to get done.
What about you? Compare kind of, I guess, your role, if you will, or how you've approached this season compared to last season. Last season, you said you're kind of getting to know the program, learn the program. This season, you've taken on a bigger role. Talk about the differences.
Last year, I think I was just like more timid a little bit because I was a freshman and and we had like a team full of seniors and I didn't want to overstep any boundaries. But this year, I think I'm trying to take more of like a leadership position, like in the fact that I'm trying to make our freshmen on our team and like new players feel more included, like I felt included, and just make sure everyone's included and staying as positive as possible. And like, bringing everyone up and just staying a leader in that fact and taking being more dominant in what my position is and trying to help everyone on the court.
What's something your coaches really have emphasized with you this season?
I think they've emphasized playing for your teammates and just playing with love for everyone and respect for everybody. If you play really hard, you like even the teammates who don't get a lot of opportunities can go in and have all those opportunities if you can just play for your teammates and just not play for yourself because it's about everybody in the program around you.
Last season, the program was chasing a state title, trying to get back on top, and was able to accomplish that goal and that feat. So coming into this season, you're now the defending state champs. You're getting ready to kick off the state playoffs, I believe, on Thursday. I
Yeah.
don't think the draw is quite out yet, but it showed it starts on Thursday. What was there a different mindset, a different did you guys talk about how to approach this season any differently than last year, or did you try to kind of keep the same mentality?
I think we've tried to keep the same mentality, but I think we're definitely more confident than we were last year. But we have to our coaches emphasize respecting your teammate, like, no, respecting other teams. Because even though we feel confident that we can, like, play against anyone, other teams feel confident too, and we have to respect them, not being like, "Oh, we can come in and just beat everyone, we don't have to try." Like, we actually have to come in and want to win, like, we can't just be like, "We won last year, so we're gonna run this year." We have to try really hard and, like, take everyone seriously, even a team that's maybe not as good, we have to respect everybody.
Games that felt like turning points where you knew like this year was going to be different?
I think in the Durango Fall Classic when we played Miracosta, they beat us last year in 3, and this year we were, like, coming out with the fire, like, we really wanted to beat them because they're a good team, and we had, like, difficulties with the sun, and, like, the other coach was really complaining about it, and we're like, "It can't be that bad," and then it was really that bad, but we ended up getting that side anyway, but it didn't, like, phase us. We came out swinging, and we beat them in 2, and I really felt like, "Yeah, we can do this, like, this season's gonna be different."
My guess is next year, if it's back at Silverado, they will have kind of something up there on that window, kind of trying to block the sun
I
because
hope.
that was like, whoa,
Yeah, I felt so bad, and warm-ups are outside, missed the whole ball completely, like, we could not see, it was impossible.
man. Yeah. And then you guys actually had to switch sides after each set, which was unusual because for that tournament, they were just keeping you guys on the same side. But I guess to keep it kind of fair, they wanted teams to switch after the first set.
It wasn't great for the camera either. So I really
It
hope
was not.
they they cover it for everybody that's filming because it would be
Yeah.
Yeah.
stressful.
One of the things that really stand out to me about this year's team is obviously you have Tessa. She's going to Minnesota. She's a great outside. So typically the outside like that is going to get a lot of swings, take the majority of the swings, end up with a lot of, kills. But if you look at the team behind her and really the offense behind her, I mean, after that you have 5 players who are all getting, kind of the same number of swings, kind of the same number of sets. So you have this really, really balanced attack. Can you go a little more in depth about that?
I feel like our team is really in unison and we can pick up where each other's lacking. So even if, let's say, I was lacking one day, like I was really struggling, my teammate could come in and like build it up off of that. So I feel like that's how we fill in a lot of gaps. Let's see. I feel like, yeah, we are. I feel like we are really well balanced and we fall back on our training a lot, being like, we can do this. And that, yeah, we can just kind of fill in each other's gaps. That's kind of really it. We know when each other's lacking. We've played with each other a lot. We've worked for this, and I feel like that's how we're really well balanced.
Going into playoffs.
We are practicing a lot on specifically, I'd say like our serve receive. We want to make sure our passing is on point so we can run a lot of offense and just staying mentally ready. We like have a lot of team talks and we read like books on how to stay mentally prepared. And I feel like that's how we're preparing for state and just trying to respect our competition as much as possible.
When it comes to volleyball, was that your first sport, your first love, or did you come from a different background in terms of athletics?
I actually came from basketball.
Shocking.
I played basketball a lot, but then I was kind of like falling out of love with it. I didn't really want to do it in my future. And I had played recreational volleyball before, and my god mom, she played at Dayton, and she really wanted me to play college volleyball. And so I went back to volleyball, and I was like, wow, wait, like this is really fun. I really like volleyball, and I think I really want to do this.
Mm. Yeah, I say shocking because I've done, believe it or not, some interviews like this before in my day. I know I look really young, and so you probably wouldn't have thought that I've done a lot of these. But I've been been doing these interviews for probably 15 years now, and half the girls I interview, it seems like they first started in basketball and then made the shift to volleyball. Very few girls ever really seem to be like volleyball first, and that was their first sport, and it stuck. Um, what was it that really started to shift you into volleyball?
I think it was like pretty much my 13th year, kind of. It was like my second year club, and I was like getting more into it and I was watching college and I was like, wow, that's like a place I want to be. I want to play D1 college volleyball and I want to get better at this sport. And I think that's really where everything shifted for me. Like I always wanted to be D1 in the sport, like since I was like really little, but I think volleyball, it like really made me love it. And I was like, wow, I could really be something in this sport.
Were your basketball coaches very sad to lose you? Because at 6'3", I'm sure you weren't 6'3" at the time, but you are like super physical and they had to have been sad to watch you go.
Wait, yeah, I've been like 6 foot since I was 12, so I kind of haven't grown much since then. But my coaches, even my 13th year, they were my basketball coaches, they'd still call me and ask me to play in tournaments, even though, and I'd be like, I did it once or twice when I was like, I don't want to do this. I love you guys, but I gotta go. I can't play basketball anymore.
I just don't love how physical the sport is. It's like so rough. And I don't know. For me,
I
that's
don't like the aggression. I feel like volleyball girls are much nicer because we can be physical with each other. So I like that part because I'm like more of I look very big and kind of scary, but I'm more timid and I would like not to be as physical with the other people.
Yeah, I've heard some variations of that. Some girls, within the physicality of it, you're boxing out against another player and you're both kind of sweaty and they're not like really big fans of that. In basketball, you're physical against another person, where sometimes girls are like, in volleyball, I get to take out that aggression on a ball. I get to hit something and
Yeah.
not being, elbowed in the ribs on a screen and that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
we're happy you made the switch.
Yay.
a lot of girls came from gymnastics and they're told at a certain point, like, regardless of your athleticism, it's not in the cards for you because you're just too big.
Yeah. That happened to me. I tried gymnastics, but my coach was like 4'8" and I was half her size, and she's like, "You can't do this."
What's an area of growth in your game that you're been most proud of? You know, maybe a recent growth or just from when you started to now. What's an area that's just like when you look back, you're really happy about?
I think I'm more happy about my serving growth and like my defensive growth, which is something I still want to grow, but I'm really proud of it because I think my serve has really grown and it's really become a weapon that I can utilize. So is like my defense. I'm not like the best defensive player, but I'm working on it. And I think it's just really important, especially for like middles, to be able to serve and play defense because it's really annoying when you're back there and the other team's like, middle back row, just hit at the middle, just hit at the middle. And it's like, actually, no, I am good at this, and you'll see, and maybe you won't target me as much because I'm actually good at defense.
Are you like so hungry for the ball when you're back there? Like, give it to me. I am so ready to show you I've got this.
I'm really ready until I'm wide until there's like a blocking hole. And I'm like, wow, she might just hit me in the face. But other than that, I feel like I'm like, yeah, you know what? Tip the ball. Watch this. I know how to dive. I can do this.
That's right. Make them hit it at the libero, right? Say, don't pick on me, pick on her. I'll show you what I got. What's go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what is kind of a long-term goal of yours inside the sport?
A long-term goal of mine is to probably I want to be like really good at blocking. I don't get to practice it as much when I'm playing right side in high school, but I just want to get as good as I can at blocking. And because it starts at the block, and if I can make it easier for the defense back row, and if I can make it easier on myself for transition, that's what I want to do. And I feel like blocking is a really key factor in that. So I want to just be the best blocker.
Is there a coach that you've been working with that really does a lot of training with blocking? I'm just curious because I feel like in the women's game, it's not always emphasized quite enough, and they don't always spend a lot of time in practices really focusing on blocking. So just curious if there's somebody that you train with that spends a lot of time working with you on it.
Yeah, actually, my club coach during season, we did actually work on blocking like every practice. We did blocking drill starting with one hand to two hands, and we worked on our blocking for work a lot. And we did that like every week throughout the whole season. So I feel like he's really helped me. So I'm really grateful to him that he thinks blocking is very important because we do a lot of blocking drills.
What are you thinking about this upcoming club season? I know you're not quite done with high school, so we don't want you looking too far ahead because we know you got to stay focused. But are you looking forward to the upcoming club season?
I'm very excited for this upcoming club season because I feel like we had a strong season last year. We didn't finish what we wanted at nationals, but we did do pretty good. And I feel like we've come together. We've been closer. We got closer over the season, and I feel like since we know each other's strengths and weaknesses now, that we can really be strong and come out as strong as we possibly can and fill in the gaps with our weaknesses. I feel like we really have a chance this season.
What's your favorite club tournament of the year that you all go to?
I think my favorite club tournament has to be Kansas City because all the top teams go there and you can really gauge where you're at with like where your team's at nationally before you start the other travel tournaments. And I get to see like all my best friends that I don't get to see as much from like other states. And I think it's really exciting.
Yeah, just for the record, it's Triple Crown. We wanna make sure that people
Oh,
know when
yeah.
referring to Kansas City, it is
Mm.
Triple Crown. I think that's one of our favorite weekends, but it's also one of the hardest weekends to cover because there's just so much great volleyball all day. So, normally in a qualifier, we're able to go in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we might go back in sporadically to catch some stuff. But at Triple Crown, you've gotta go, like, 12 in our shoes, you have to go, like, 12, 14 hours a day, and it's brutal, but it's so fun. It's really a great tournament,
Yeah.
other than the weather. Not a fan of the weather, by the way.
It's too cold for my liking.
Yeah, yeah. It's like 50 degrees right here, and Kara's like, I'm gonna die of hypothermia, and I'm like,
Me
yeah,
too. It's too cold. It's like it gets to 70 here and I like jacket where it's like I need the biggest jacket. It's too cold.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. I have my
turning the
full
heaters
heater on
on.
next to me.
But yeah, I have
Yeah,
my
that
car
is
heater on
true.
and like 80 degrees. I just get too cold.
To each their own, to each their own. Is your club team, is this group as into eating out and food as your high school teammate?
Mhm. Like, I don't know, this sounds rude, but, like, we call each other, like, big backs, like, we love eating food, like, I don't know, maybe it's just, like, a team thing, like, every team I go to, we love eating food, like, food is our happy place, like, everyone and, like, we eat lots of food, like, thirds and fourths, like, it's insane, we love food.
Is there a favorite restaurant or a favorite type of food that you all look for when you're on the road and traveling together?
We don't really in club, we don't really eat out as much, but when we get to, like, our coaches, we drive to Vegas as a team. So I guess, like, everyone's really looking forward to stopping at In-N-Out or Chipotle. I feel like that's everyone's favorite is In-N-Out, so I feel like that.
Do you all do a lot of, like, what am I thinking, like potlucks? Like, does everybody bring healthier choices and you kind of bring that food together and then you all kind of share food together or do a lot of crock-pot stuff in the rooms?
We don't do a lot of potluck stuff, but I guess, like, since, in club, like, out of state tournaments, the team mom, because we all stay, like, we don't stay with our parents, we stay with the team and the team mom, and she asks us what food like, what snacks we wanna bring, so we all, like, put in our recommendations like that, and that's really it. We really love fruit, like, I think our favorite team fruit might be pineapple, we love fruit.
Well, that's good. That's good habits. Kiki, who we were talking about before we started recording, she's 11 and she was playing, volleyball last year as a 10-year-old, and her coach was like, if I find you drinking soda or eating candy
Oof.
bars, like if that happened at a tournament, like you were not going to play the rest of the day. So everybody was like really healthy and just
The last tournament,
well,
somebody benched for the whole day that was not to be benched actually because she had a Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
Took it seriously.
No. Yeah, we're not when we go out, we're really only allowed to drink lemonade and water, no soda too. And I don't think like we can eat whatever we want at home, but like yeah, at tournaments, I don't think unless like we get it as a treat from our coaches. Yeah, we're not allowed to have candy before we eat or like a big cookie or something.
yeah. All right, mark it down the 24-minute mark. We're playing this back for Kiki and say, see, look if you want to be like this and play like volleyball at this level, listen to somebody who's living it right now.
Are there any players, pro, college, or even other athletes in the club world that you look up to or that you study?
I think I study people in my position more, so I'd say Haley Washington and Andy Jackson. I think they're both like really versatile players and they bring a lot like their presence. Like I look up to Haley Washington and her personality because I feel like she like plays with her personality. She's so bubbly and funny and that's what I kind of want to be. And Andy Jackson is so versatile and she's just like a beast on the court. And every time I watch both of them, I try to learn as much as I can just how I can be more offensively better and defensively better.
Yeah, I remember watching Haley in club not too long ago, and it's like she was just like so phenomenal. And then I think we bumped into her one time at the airport, and you mentioned her personality, yeah, and she's just so friendly and outgoing. Sounds like that's a pretty safe role model to look up to.
What's your favorite college team? Do you like to watch college volleyball, by the way?
I watch it as much as I can, even though I'm not at home a lot, so I don't and I try to watch on my phone, even though I'm really bad at technology, so it fails all half the time. But I like to watch, like, our in-state rivalries, like ASU versus everybody, because a lot of their like, the players work at our club, and I, like, get to see my friends, I'm like, "Wow, like, I know her, like, she's so cool." Probably say, like obviously, I watch a lot of Big Ten, that's, like, really good competition, and it's, like, always head to head. And I wasn't expecting so many upsets last night, actually. There was, like, so many, and I was like, "Is this just because there's Halloween?" ASU versus TCU, and then Texas A&M and M and Texas. I was like, "Wow, this is kinda getting insane."
Yeah, and
Yeah, we
SMU.
watched the A&M and Texas match. That was really good. That fifth set was like really, really good
Yeah.
volleyball. Yeah, and then like North Carolina beat SMU. So
Yeah.
we got to go to a couple SMU matches this year. So that's only about 20 minutes away from us. So that's been really cool to go, especially with them building their program the way they are. So we've enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Do you follow any professional sports?
Oh, like just volleyball or
Or no, like baseball, basketball, football, hockey, golf,
probably not
tennis.
as much, I think. Like my dad he watches a lot of football, so I kind of was on the football thing. And then he also really likes basketball, but other than that, I don't think I follow too many professional sports. They watch hockey, so like I watch like pretty big sports, yeah. I don't really watch other sports other than volleyball though.
Was your
Yeah.
dad sad when you transitioned from basketball to volleyball since he is a basketball fan?
I think just a little bit, but he was like, "Do whatever you love, like you got this." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
What's the rest of your day look like on a Saturday?
On a Saturday, it's kind of bad, I know, but I like to lay in my bed a lot because since I don't get a lot of rest, I like work out a lot after practice in when practice ends at 6 and I just like am always on my school and volleyball grind. I like to just relax a lot and be a couch potato. But most of the I like to hang out with my friends as much as possible though, since I don't get to do that as much. It's good to have some balance. And like today, me and my friends are gonna hang out and go to a party, so I'm really excited.
Is it the Halloween party?
Yeah.
It's fun.
There you go.
You know what I'm gonna do tonight that Chris does not know that I'm going to do? He's gonna be really excited.
I
I'm
already know. I already know. You told
I'm
me
gonna
yesterday.
decorate our Christmas tree.
Yeah. Christmas already before Thanksgiving?
I know I cheat every year. I cheat on
It's
Thanksgiving by putting my Christmas tree up, but it is like 15 to 18 hours to put this tree together.
whoa.
Yes, it's it's a legit like job. So it
Yeah.
takes a while.
Yeah, we should have been prepared so we could have flashed a photo of the tree last year. And so I'm coming around more to it because Kara does put like a tremendous amount of effort and care, and it really is a phenomenal tree. And so once you see the finished product, it would be sad to just only have it up for a couple weeks and then take it down. So it is something that should be showcased for longer than a few weeks. So I'm coming around. I'm just not the hugest fan, I guess, of having to assist and help out. So
Have you help out other than taking the stuff out of our like one of the many attics that we have in this house?
we need
Mm,
to get that Tesla robot that can just replace me and kind of help you. And then
It's
I can
very
just watch college football.
yeah.
I
Well,
like Christmas a lot. So
yeah.
fun.
It is fun. Do you have any cool traditions that your family does for the holidays?
Not really, not that I can think of. Well, I guess we have like 2 Christmas trees because my dad really likes Charlie Brown, and you know his like little ugly Christmas tree that's hanging over with one bulb. We always set that up along with our number one. And I guess like a tradition is going. We always go to like the tree farm. I don't know, and get a live tree. I don't know.
Well,
Like we
that's
don't really
awesome.
do too much, but that's kind of it.
They smell so good. I like to get
Yeah.
the wreaths because I we do a
Yes.
tree because we leave it up for so long, but they smell so good.
I just don't like when the tree dies and then the pine needles are everywhere in your house, but I do like the smell. It does smell really good.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to keep it watered. Still,
Yeah.
inevitably, they will fall and get over your house.
When you as we kind of wrap up here, Amari, what would you say to a younger player that's just getting started in volleyball who might not realize her size or her strength or her energy or even her superpower yet? What's a couple things that you might share with that student athlete that's just getting started?
I'd say when things get like tough, they're like always be light at the end of the tunnel and don't give up. Your goals will come true. You just have to keep working hard at it, even though you might not realize your potential yet. Like it will come through if you just stay focused on your goals and just things will be tough, but you can do it.
Was there a personal anecdote you can share about some rough patch you hit and really had to work through mentally on your end?
I'd say, like, kinda high school season's kind of been it's been a little hard for me because just, like, blocking wise, I've been getting tooled more than I usually do, and I'm in a new position, so it's just, like, frustrating, but my coaches always, like, remind me, like, that to fall back on my training, I've prepared for this, I've trained for this, I know what I'm doing, I just have to play my game and stay focused, and everything will come true.
I am curious, just because you talked a little bit about your club coach who worked a lot on blocking. Is that somebody that you were in touch with, like through the high school season, to say, I'm really frustrated? I know in Arizona, you can't. you can't really go in and do any additional training with your club and really work with any of those coaches. So are you able to even communicate with them at all?
Yeah, we have like a group chat, a team group chat still from last year, but I didn't text him about my blocking just because like one of the coaches on my team, he works at Storm. And he's like really educated. Well, obviously they all are, but he's like been able to help me work through it a lot. But I do communicate with my club coach and like we just like talk about our day and like how things are going. He likes to check up on us and make sure we're doing well, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
What's something you would say people don't know about you off the court?
I'd say if people don't know, I like to read books. I like was showing people my Christmas list and like I had like a couple books on them, which I did get those books yesterday. So I don't need to put them in anymore. But and then they're like, "Amari, wait, you read?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like reading." And they're like, "What? Like, I didn't know you could read." And I was like, I like to read." Like, "What?"
Are you more into fiction, nonfiction, both?
I'd say I'm more into nonfiction. I like reading about history books and like science things, but I do read some nonfiction like romance and stuff, but I'm more into fiction. I mean, nonfiction.
I have no patience for reading personally. It's just not in me. I have really bad ADHD and it just does not happen for me. It's like,
I
and
know it's hard.
Chris yesterday was reading a book and I'm like, how do you do this? Are you enjoying this? And he's like, well, I am when you're quiet. I really enjoy it when I'm able to just sit here and read.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
get into the book because you can't read a book you don't like, then it's boring, like, the books in school they have us reading, I'm like, "This is actually terrible, I don't wanna read this," but, like, if I can read my book I choose on my own will, then I'll read it.
yeah.
Well, it was really great to have you, Amari. It's been really fun kind of getting to know you a little bit, and we're really fired up for state. We hope you win it all. Y'all take it all, and yeah. And then we're looking forward to seeing you this club season. I think Triple Crown's the first time that we see Storm. Usually, Chris, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, you're supposed to act a little less biased, you know. We're not supposed to be rooting for anybody. So we do want to wish you the best of luck, but we wouldn't be sad if you were to win it all. How about that?
I'm not good at this whole reporting thing. Chris actually went to school for reporting, and that is not what I went to school for. So, yeah, you can play the diplomat, and I'll just run my mouth, which is usually what happens.
Yeah, but obviously we'll be following the conclusion of your high school season, and then, like Kara said, looking really forward to getting back on the road and seeing how this club season goes. And obviously, want to wish you the best of luck with all of it.
Sure.
Hey, thank you.
And say hi to Terry for us. She's one of our favorite people.
I
Hmm.
will, don't worry.
Cool. All right. Have a good day. It was great to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.